This is Limassol, the second largest city in Cyprus. We are on the top of the 10th-floor building. On the ground floor is the meeting point, our community center. It's almost the middle of November, yet it seems that the tourist season never stops here. There are thousands and thousands of visitors, thousands and thousands of the locals living in this city, yet only a handful of the Seventh-day Adventist members. Sometimes I ask the question, is it worth it? Let's find out.
The year 2018 started with meetings where the work of the Adventist Church in Cyprus was evaluated and new ideas for evangelism were suggested and discussed. The items that dominated the agenda were how better to strengthen the existing local churches and, especially, how to make the church more relevant to the indigenous Cypriot population. To that end, the church endeavoured to impact the local communities through several already well-established activities throughout the year, such as donating and distributing food through the Mercy Centre Nicosia, a volunteer-run interdenominational charity that supplies food and clothing to refugees, homeless people and others in need of assistance, visits to the prison and to old people's homes, days of fellowship in Nicosia, Larnaca and Paphos, family enrichment seminars, work with children, teens and youth. Teen and youth work was accentuated through Global Youth Day activities, Keep Cyprus Tidy initiatives, and especially retreats to which non-Adventist friends were invited. Church outings and socials also contributed greatly to the Connect, Inspire, Change initiative. However, the year 2018 was also a year of new connections, friendships and developments. For the first time, a group of Brazilian students and teachers from UNASP, the Adventist University in São Paulo, visited Cyprus and led the first holiday Bible club in Limassol. The daily program consisted of well-prepared interactive Bible studies, cooking demonstrations and crafts. After lunch, the children enjoyed swimming at the beach just across the road from our community centre, which during that time functioned not just as a place of worship and activities, but also as the dorm for our visitors. Despite high temperatures and the lack of appropriate sleeping and shower facilities, the event was a great blessing for everyone, and our children are looking forward to the summer of 2019 and the return of our new friends from Brazil. The Brazilian group also led successful health expos in Paphos and Larnaca. Their work was followed by stop smoking and health lectures in Paphos, held by Dr. Yuri Bondarenko, a medical professional from Ukraine, and in Larnaca by a fitness club, which to this day is providing fitness sessions to several enthusiastic ladies from the neighborhood. With the help of Bogdan and Ksenia, a young ministerial couple from Ukraine, the Holy Cake initiative of the Limassol Children's Department came to fruition. The idea behind it was to involve our children in evangelism by using social media, an avenue already well known to them, for something positive and more lasting. The children have already done several recordings and have gathered hundreds of views and likes on YouTube. Please support them by visiting the YouTube channel. In 2018, the church's almost forgotten campsite near Mazatos was the venue of the first Cyprus section camporee. More than 60 young people from across the island attended the event, enjoying fellowship, socializing around the bonfire, night swimming and Bible talks with Alistair Agbaji. Despite rough conditions and dusty grounds, according to Cecilia, the event coordinator, it was an unforgettable event in all respects. The idea to reuse the campsite came from the Cyprus Section Youth Director, Pastor Kim Papoiano, and Mr. Tor Grundheim, an Adventist businessman living in Switzerland who generously donated funds for the re-establishment of basic necessities. A considerable amount of time was spent in making the ploughed fields into usable campsite. Since the beginning of November 2018, the Bulgarian group, which is part of Nicosia Church, is meeting separately for the first time for their worship services, thus becoming the third Seventh-day Adventist linguistic group developing and operating in Nicosia. We asked Filip Dimitrov, the lay leader of the group, what his vision for this community is.
Българската група
At the beginning, the Bulgarian group was very small, but with lengthy and effortful work, we are constantly growing. We are in a position now that more and more people are joining us, but they don't understand neither English nor Greek language. For that purpose, if it is possible to gather separately a Bulgarian group, so that the people can listen in their own language, and in this manner to develop a Bulgarian church. Not only to be a group, but the church where every Bulgarian in Cyprus can worship God.
I remember when the very first Bulgarians came to this church. A young couple, they just got engaged, and she brought her younger brother with her. They couldn't speak any English or any Greek, and we couldn't speak any Bulgarian, and they came and they just studied their Bible together during Sabbath school time, and they prayed, and then they got up and they left, and we were not able to talk to them at all or minister to them in any way. And it was disappointing to us that we couldn't do anything for them other than smile and give a hug. And look at what we have today. Such a big group of Bulgarians. They have their own lay leader, and now they're having their own services. And it's just such an exciting development that we are all so very happy about here in Nicosia Church.
We thank the Lord for TED approval of the 13th Sabbath offering 2020, which will be used to build the long-awaited Nicosia church facility. This new church will serve the needs of the different linguistic groups in Nicosia and the community at large, and provide offices for the Cyprus section. Although the Cyprus section is a very small field, the church members know very well that they are part of a much larger family and an object of God's care. Above all, we thank the Lord for the conversion stories, baptisms, and changed lives. Over the years, the Cyprus section has experienced a steady growth, reaching for the first time in its centennial existence a membership of 103. Some of these unique stories will be read and viewed by the worldwide Adventist family in 2020. While we thank the Lord for all the good news, we are fully aware of the immense work that still needs to be done in the area of personal spirituality, retention, total membership involvement, and in making the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Cyprus a significant community. Therefore, we continue to pray, labor, and hope. So, is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it, without a shadow of doubt.